I'm really into the Spinelli Kilcullen rings. If you know, you know. I feel like maturing is realizing that you no longer want to play the Hermes game. Okay, and then the last thing I want to talk about is bags. I always want to talk about bags. There's actually only one bag on my wish list. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are talking all about my updated luxury wish list. If you're new to my channel, hi, my name is Raisa. I talk all things personal finances and luxury goods. So if you're into that, make sure you're subscribed down below. I'm so excited to make this video because I want to keep you guys updated on all the things that have changed in my wish list since I made one in January. I will have that linked over here if you guys have not seen that before. I typically like to make wish lists videos or just wish lists in general because it kind of keeps me on track when I am shopping, and it avoids impulse spending on things that I might not necessarily need, and hopefully saves me some money as well. So I like to write down what I am kind of loving and also cross out maybe things that I'm not into anymore. So I often update my wish list, and I wanted to share with you guys what is now off of my wish list and what is currently on my wish list. So let's get started. So I want to start off by talking about the things that I picked up already from that wish list video. Very first thing is my Celine card holder. I actually have that with me. Let me just grab it. This is one of the first things that I had on that wish list, and I already kind of knew that I was going to get this, or it was already on the way. So I knew that this was something that I wanted to add to my collection because I ended up selling my Chanel card holder and replaced it with this card holder. I just love the fact that it is a little bit different and also slightly bigger than the typical card holders that I have picked up in the past. So this one is obviously kind of a wallet style and it's very slim, but on the inside there's a lot of room for cards and cash, and you can even put coins in there as well. My favorite part about this wallet is actually the back pocket where you can just put in your most used card. Right now I've got my driver's license in there, and then also in the front is also one of my most used cards. This has proven to be a really great purchase. It's just something different. I wasn't sure if I would love the hardware because it's a little bit like, it's a lot, but I actually feel like it adds something different to kind of my collection, because I feel like my collection's very like classic and minimal, but this one just adds a little bit of fun into it. So this was on my wish list, and I did purchase this in the beginning of January and have been loving it. The next thing that I picked up from my wish list is the handbag that I was talking about, which is the Row Margaux. I have a lot of thoughts about the Row Margaux, which I might save in another video, but I essentially bought the Row Margaux 12 during all the hype of the Row Margaux, and I feel like the hype is dying down a little bit. I ended up selling my 12 to a subscriber of mine actually. If you're watching, I hope you're enjoying your bag. So I sold her the 12 because I ended up getting the 15. The 15 is a little bit bigger and you can fit a laptop and just more things, obviously, because it's bigger. I ended up selling that bag as well. This is a new update for you guys. I have not said that on camera yet, and the reason why I sold it is because I have another bag. I'm like bag crazy at this point, but when I went to Spain, saw a bag that I fell in love with. If you watch my Spain vlog or my Loewe vlog, I will link it up here. You might know which bag I'm talking about, but it's all gonna make sense when I talk about that bag in this wishlist video. But just know, I bought the Row Margaux from my original wishlist video, and I ended up selling both of them because I'm thinking about getting a new bag. So there's nothing wrong with the Row Margaux. I love my Row bags. I mean, I'm not made of money, so I can't just get any bag that I want, and I think that they're very, very pricey. And even though the 15 is more wearable than the 12, I feel like for the price it was just a little bit too much, so I ended up letting them go. I'm not looking back because I want to look ahead. So those are the two things that I had on my wish list that I purchased for this year. The other things that I want to talk about are what's off of my wish list. So the first thing is the Gucci slingbacks. I will post a photo here. I don't know what I was thinking, because I feel like maybe it was just around that time of like New Year's and just like sparkly season. I feel like I was very influenced. I thought I really wanted those shoes, and they're not bad. Like, if someone gifted these to me, I'd be like, yes, thank you so much. But I ended up getting another pair of shoes that are that kitten heel style from Aid, and I much prefer those over the Gucci slingbacks. I think the Gucci slingbacks, there's just a lot going on with them. I officially took off the Gucci slingbacks off of my wish list. I also took off all of my Hermes pieces from that wish list. I feel like they were barely in that wish list just because Hermes, like, you don't really decide when you get a bag, they decide for you. And I feel like maturing is realizing that you no longer want to play the Hermes game. Not that I was really playing to begin with, but I am not really focused on Hermes right now. I'm not buying anything from them. I haven't been to the store in a while, so all of the Hermes pieces that I had in that wish list are also gone. The other thing I think were the Kate boots that I have been eyeing. I did order those but ended up returning them, so those are also off of my wish list. I love them, but they're not $1,200 love. Do you know what I mean? Like, you could probably get a dupe or something for that price. So I officially took that off the wish list as well. Okay, I think we're all caught up on what is off of my wish list and what I ended up purchasing already. So let's do my updated 2024 wish list. I want to start off with jewelry because I think I'm back on the fine jewelry train. If you guys didn't know, I kind of was on it for a little bit. I ended up buying a couple of pieces. When I say fine jewelry, I just mean investing in solid gold jewelry. So I've got my everyday pieces, my earrings, my necklace, some rings, and also my watch. So those are kind of the things that I always wear on a day-to-day basis. However, I do want to add a few more pieces. So there's two things on this jewelry list. The first is for my Cartier watch. This is the Cartier Tank Louis, and it comes with the alligator strap, which is this beautiful brown color. It's just so nice against the gold. However, I kind of want to get the black strap as kind of like a replacement strap on this watch. I just love black and gold as a combination, and although this is very nice, especially for the summertime, I think I'd like another alternative. This is lower on the wish list. It's obviously not priority at all because I do have a strap that works perfectly fine and it also looks beautiful. So this is just something that I kind of have on the list in case I see one on Etsy that is for a good price. I might consider buying it, but that is something that is on the wish list. The next thing on my jewelry wish list is a ring. So I am really into the Spinelli Kilcullen rings. If you know, you know. I'm sure everyone knows because it's all over TikTok. I'm a little bit late to the train, but I have been really into Spinelli Kilcullen rings. I'm gonna put up a photo over here so you guys can see which one I'm talking about, but I want one for my index finger, and I think I want one that doesn't have all of the diamonds yet. I can see myself having two of these or multiple of these, but I kind of want to start with one that is with silver with a little bit of gold. So I have that on my wish list. They are very pricey, so we'll see if I end up getting one, but I would like one for this hand, and maybe in the future I'll get one for this hand as well. But I think it will just look nice and complement kind of what I already have. I mean, I don't really have a lot, but to add to kind of my jewelry collection. Okay, and then the last thing I want to talk about is bags. I always want to talk about bags. There's actually only one bag on my wish list, and if you have been following my channel, you would know, but it is the Loewe Flamenco purse. So going back to the story of the Row Margaux, why did I let go of the Row Margaux 15? It's because of this purse. I fell in love with this purse and I did not expect it. Essentially, I was in Spain for 2 weeks and we visited the Barcelona flagship store, and I had no intention of even like seeing this purse, but my sales associate who was helping me had it out and I saw it and I was like, this is the new Loewe bag. I've just seen them being gifted to other influencers and I immediately kind of was like turned off by that because I don't love when a bag is kind of like forced in your face, and I didn't really expect Loewe to do that. I know like Louis Vuitton does that, YSL does that a lot. Loewe doesn't really do kind of like influencer gifting. So when they saw this bag get gifted to all the influencers on my Instagram feed, I was like, okay, I don't want this bag at all, just because everyone has it or it's being gifted. So I kind of just had it in the back of my mind. I knew it existed. I knew it's new for this season. But when I saw it in Barcelona, I was like, let me just try this on so I can get it out of my system, because Everyone's saying it's this really nice bag. Let me just try it on and see for myself. I also am so influenced by Maggie Chu here on YouTube. She is like the Loewe queen. She has 3 flamencos and I love watching her content. So if you guys are into handbags at all, you need to check out Maggie. I will link her channel down below. But she made me fall in love with flamencos. So anyway, I tried on this new flamenco purse and I told my SA I don't really like the flamenco, it's a little bit too casual for me. And he's like, no, like the purse is different. There's so many different ways that you could wear it. You could wear it as a clutch, a shoulder bag, a crossbody. You can interchange the straps. So I was kind of playing around with all the different ways that you could wear it and I fell in love. I don't know if it was because I was in Barcelona and I was just on a vacation high or what, but I just loved that bag and I left not getting it, which has been something that has haunted me because it would have been the cheapest if I purchased it in Spain, obviously, because Loewe is based in Spain. And I would have gotten VAT back and all the things. So I'm a little bit annoyed with myself because I'm kind of regretting my decision, because now I put this bag on my wish list, think about it at least once a day, and I want it in my collection. And I actually sold the Row Margaux bag to fund that. And you guys know how much I love my Margaux. So for me to let that go for this bag just shows how much I love it. If you guys have not tried on this bag or seen this bag or felt this bag in person, please go into a Loewe store and try it on because it is so good. Like, it's just so good. One of the reasons why I love it so much is because of the versatility. You basically have a 3-in-1 bag with all the strap options and the fact that they're removable and adjustable. So that is kind of what I'm looking for in a bag. I love when you can wear it for many different occasions, not just one. So yeah, that is the one bag that I have in my luxury wish list and I really am thinking about it. I don't know if I'm gonna bite the bullet this year or if I have to wait for next year, but just know that that is the one bag that is living rent-free in my mind. And that's it. It's pretty short and sweet, and I feel like a lot of these are more of like a realistic wish list items versus I think my previous wish list video was more like kind of a dream or like a 5-year sort of wish list with all the Hermes pieces. But all of the things that I mentioned for this wish list video I feel like can be attainable in the next year or 2. Obviously I'm not going to get everything right away just because I don't have that kind of money, but yeah, that's kind of where my mind is at in terms of what I want to get next. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions and I will see you in my next one. Bye you guys.